I'm Lucy Atkinson, I'm Deputy Head Teacher and Year 6 Teacher at Meadow Park Academy.
I'm Kate Tarper, I'm the Pupil Achievement Coordinator and Assessment Lead at Meadow Park Academy.
We were looking to achieve some good communication between school and parents. We wanted a programme that was going to put the child back at the centre of the school. We're an improving school and there's quite a big journey we've been on, and we knew that engaging parents was our next main focus. We had a whole week of structured conversations where each teacher had the time to spend a sufficient amount of time with each parent and involve the child as well, and already we're seeing improvements not just academically, but we've got, for example, in one cohort lots of sleep diaries, so children are actually coming in refreshed and ready to learn. They're having breakfast and drinking, something before they come to school. I'm just thinking of one particular child who comes in every day, clutching the diary. I've got my sticker, I went to bed at 8 o'clock, and a huge improvement in his engagement and attention span in lessons.
And there's been so many examples across the school where, whether it's been to do with sleep, whether it's been to do with behaviour, or achieving a certain target for their structured conversation, where that conversation has actually now become daily. So the parent feels so confident to be able to talk to the teacher and explain what's happened, and the child feels so much more engaged in school because they know that relationship goes both ways. As a child in my class, at the start of the year, he really struggled with his behaviour, and of course that was having a big impact on his learning, and his progress has just been fantastic. His learning behaviour is now really good. He's very calm, and that then goes into how he behaves at home, and Mum and I talk very often so that he knows we're both aware of how well he's doing and the progress he's making, and he really is achieving not only academically now but also socially. It was amazing when we did, after our first structured conversation review, we had our first week and we got everybody together and asked them how they thought it went, and they were literally chomping at the bit. They wanted to do it with every single child in the class. They didn't just want to do it with the focus group. They couldn't believe that we hadn't been doing it longer, and that was just so lovely to get that feedback from them. So yeah, it's gone down really well, and morale has been high.
Some parents might have felt quite intimidated coming into school, so the teachers have learned to approach parents in a different way and to encourage them to come in and do things, and the uptake in whole school events is much greater. It's huge because our coach has been able to come in and do training with all of our staff, and we found it's just really refocused us because we've had quite a challenging sort of 3 years. From where we were an improving school. It's really nice to have something where we're focusing on the children and their families, and teaching assistants as well are aware of targets, they're aware of what the children are going through, and they're taking them on board themselves as well.
I think as well the fact that the programme is bespoke, and there's never been a point where our coach has said to us you have to have this or you have to have that. The question always comes from what's right for your school, and tell us about your children, and tell us about the children and how they work in their class and their learning behaviours and what they want to achieve, and I think that's why it works, because it's specific to us.
This is Sharon Mullins, who is our AFA coach for our school.
Meadow Park have really engaged with the programme, and that really helps, which is what makes it a success. And actually it has to be that the leadership of the programme is throughout the school and is what I call woven through the very fabric of the development plan and from the head teacher down, and that's exactly what they've done, which is why it's so successful.
Sharon's been able to train so many different people in school. Everyone is aware of who she is, and there's regular email contact, and and the best thing that we find is the understanding of knowing what a school's like. So if it's the end of term, or when we recently had Ofsted, it was don't worry about it, it's fine, and very adaptable to our needs as well. So,
and I think teachers and TAs and even midday supervisors are so excited about Sharon's training and really enthralled, and talking about it for ages afterwards, and they really look forward to the next training because they learn so much. And I think because Sharon always puts it in context of our school, they feel like the training has a real purpose. Don't hesitate. Do not think about the fact that it might maybe time consuming, because as soon as you've had that initial training, your staff will be on board, because everything in it makes sense and everything in it is purposeful, and the impact is so visible that you would never look back.